Welcome to the Late Night Picture Show. I'm your host, Murph the Clown. And tonight, we're having a vodka martini. We're also going back to 1977. And we're going to hang out with some sorority sisters and some cheerleaders. Our first feature, look at that, Sisters of Death. Don't bother to scream. Well, that's funny, they're all screaming. Don't bother to scream. There's nobody to hear you except your killer. 5 beautiful women are trapped in a luxurious mansion at the mercy of a sadistic madman. They can't see him until he strikes. See if I can read any of this. Arthur Franz, Claudia Jennings. Oh, I've heard of her. Sherry Howell, Sherry Boucher, probably Butcher. The first one's Sherry like Shelly. The second one's Sherry like I was drinking last week. And I might drink later. Rated PG. Fun for the whole family as long as mom and dad are watching. Okay. Forgive me if I move a little fast on this one. I don't know if I took too much cough medicine or just what, but damn. I wrote a freaking novel on this one. Okay, let's get right to it. Oh, this says 1976. Everywhere else I've seen says 1977, but maybe the copyright was issued in 1976. It was released in 1977. First American Films. Director Joseph Mazuka. Okay. And this is really small, too, because I wrote so much. Take it easy, Murph. I don't think I write this much anymore. The film opens with the initiation of 2 girls into a mysterious sisterhood. Perhaps a sorority. In any case, the initiation goes horribly awry when a real bullet has been substituted for a blank, and the second initiate has her brains blown out. Flash forward 7 years. We're out of college now. All the girls are going about their lives, and most are doing well. Except Sylvia, who pulled the trigger. She is languishing as a drunk and a prostitute. Anyhow, each of them receives an invitation to attend a sister's reunion. This has got to be a sorority. And after a few phone calls back and forth, they all decide to go. Why not? They meet up at the hotel only to find Mark and Joey. They have been hired to drive them to the reunion in their Jeep Wagoneer with sheets in the windows. Let me give you a helpful hint. If your driver has been hired, has sheets in their windows, maybe that's a red flag. Maybe. Only hippie nature girl, Penny, has any hesitation. And even she, is easily swayed by the others, by peer pressure. And off they go into the country, to a villa in the middle of nowhere. It's surrounded by an electrified fence. Red flag number 2? Are we trying to keep something out or keep something in? Anywho. But hey, there's a swimming pool, an attractive buffet, and a big banner saying, "Welcome, sisters." Well, hell, I'm not even a sister, but if there's a pool and a buffet, I'm staying. Especially if there's drinks on the buffet. Or nachos. Alrighty. Mark and Joey, not content with their $500 paycheck, want to get laid. So they return to the villa to party with the girls. And they do for a little while. Meanwhile, in the villa, an older gentleman is reloading ammo in the attic and watching the festivities from the window. While the rest of the gang is goofing and having fun, the overly serious Penny sits and smokes off on her own. Pardon me. I had dinner earlier with one of my friends. Well, suddenly, an unseen attacker grabs Penny by her leather hippie necklace and throttles her to death. Well, eventually, her body is found and the party is over. Somehow they know each of them could be next. That night, after Sylvia freaks at the sight of a tarantula on her stomach, I mean, seriously, it's just a tarantula on your stomach. I think every movie in the 70s, hell, even on the Brady Bunch, a tarantula comes after you. It's not even a giant tarantula the size of a building, like in the 50s. Just a regular tarantula. All right. Francie is found with a pair of scissors in her back. Next morning, the remaining crew decide to tunnel out underneath the electrified fence. Mark fetches a funnel. And they start digging. A funnel. Diane and Joey, who have taken a liking to each other, make an SOS sign and accidentally stumble upon the power source to the fence. This leads to Joey being chased by a dog into the fence. I guess they just weren't quick enough. And Diane, she gets locked in the cellar with a rattlesnake. Well, how'd that get there? How tragic, I wrote. I am a film critic, you know. This leaves Mark, Judy, and Sylvia. But wait, where the hell is Sylvia? Panicked, they run into the house searching for her. The old man, who we now know, and yeah, I don't think this was much of a mystery. And I don't know if it was meant to be. Who we now know is the father of the murdered initiate, grabs up Judy and shoots at Mark, then turns the dog on him. In the attic, the old man strips Judy and puts her in the old sister's dress. Uniform, whatever it was. Sits her in a chair with a noose around her neck. Out comes Sylvia in her gown and veil, and the blame game begins. Did Judy switch the bullet? Was it an elaborate suicide? Was Sylvia involved? This is all interrupted by Mark, who escaped from the dog but is then knocked out by the old man. In short order. The old man is confused and doesn't know who to kill. God damn it. Mark regains consciousness, takes out the old man, wrestles the gun away from Sylvia, and saves Judy from the noose. The two lovebirds escape to the Jeep. Is it the end? You'll just have to watch and see. That's as far as I'm going. I already told you too much. Why'd I write all this? Jesus Christ. Okay, despite the fact that we know who the old man is, we have an idea who the old man is pretty early on. This is a very good psychological thriller. That's what I called it. 4. It's a 4-ring circus on feature 1 of the late night picture show, Sisters of Death. Now we're probably going to need another martini. Where are we at here? Oh, we're good. We're probably going to need another martini. Or, it's getting warmer. I might make a drink with some fluid in it. And, a tequila sunrise doesn't sound bad. I got some OJ up there in the fridge. And I'm never out of tequila. So everybody, unless you're an alcoholic, don't start drinking because of me. Everybody who can drink, go upstairs and make yourself a tequila sunrise. I'll meet you back here for feature 2. I already told you it's about cheerleaders. I'll give you a little hint. This is also a punk band who sang a song called Tipping Cows. And I actually heard the band before I saw the movie. That's all I'm saying.